Today, we're going to install Windows 11 inside the Synology Virtual Machine Manager. So first, we need to download the Windows installation file from the official Microsoft website. Let's check out how you can download it step by step. First, we'll search on Google for Microsoft Windows 11 download. From there, we'll go straight to the official download page. On the page you're seeing right now, scroll down a little and you'll find the Download Windows 11 Disk Image (ISO) option. Select it, then choose your preferred language, meaning the language in which you want to download Windows. After selecting the language, continue to the next step. Next, you'll see the download option, and your Windows 11 ISO file will be ready to download. Once you hit save, the download will begin automatically. Even though I already downloaded the file earlier, I'm downloading it again now just to show you the full process clearly. We'll go to the Synology Package Center, and if you scroll down a bit, you'll find an application called Virtual Machine Manager. You'll need to install it. The installation process is very simple. I've already installed it beforehand, but for you, it's just a quick click and it will install easily. After opening the Virtual Machine Manager application, you'll see the second option called Virtual Machine. Click on it, and at the top you'll find a Create button. Go ahead and click on that. Once you open it, a proper setup window will appear. Here you'll see multiple operating system options, such as Microsoft Windows, Linux, Synology Virtual Machine, and another option called Other. From this list, select the operating system you want to install. Since we're installing Microsoft Windows, we'll select the Windows option and move forward. Since our system has two storage pools, and I've already added both of them inside the Virtual Machine Manager storage settings, you'll need to select one specific drive pool from here. Choose the pool where you want the virtual machine files to be stored, and then continue to the next step. We're going to set up the configuration for our virtual machine. First, we'll give our machine a name. After that, we need to decide how many processor cores we want to use. Since our CPU has 4 cores, we won't use all 4, we'll reduce it a bit for better balance. Next comes the memory section. Try to allocate as much memory as you can, or at least half, or slightly more than half, of your system's total RAM for better performance. We don't need to change anything else here. The video card settings can stay as they are. Now we'll continue to the next option. The next option is storage, and here you'll need at least 60 gigabytes of space. But I'm going to allocate a bit more. If you plan to use this virtual machine permanently, I recommend assigning at least 256 gigabytes of storage for smooth performance. However, since I'm only making a tutorial, I'm using a small amount of storage just to demonstrate the setup process. The next option is networking selection. In my case, my system has 2 internet connections, so I'm configuring this setup using the second, or backup, connection. However, my recommendation is to create the virtual machine using the Not Connected option. This helps the system install much faster. You can install updates later after the setup is complete. But since I want to show you the full process with internet enabled, I'm demonstrating it using an active internet connection. Next, you'll need to select the installation file you downloaded from Microsoft. Under the ISO for Boot Up option, click Browse and locate the Windows ISO file. You can also attach an additional ISO here called Synology Guest Tool, but it's completely optional. Even if you don't install it, everything will work fine. After that, there's nothing else you need to change. Now you'll see a list of Synology users, and you can choose who will have access to this virtual machine. Once that's done, you'll be shown a full configuration preview. Simply click the Done button, and the system will start creating your virtual machine. This process may take a little time depending on your system. As you can see now, the system we just created is preparing and starting up. This process may take a few seconds or a few minutes depending on your system. Now you'll see a Connect button at the top. Clicking on it will open a new browser window. Here, you'll notice the Microsoft logo with a spinning animation below it. This means our system has been configured correctly and has booted up successfully. Now you can see the default Windows 11 installation window. From here, we won't change anything, just click the Install Now button to proceed. In the next step, you'll be asked to choose which edition of Windows you want to install. Select the edition you prefer, then accept the license terms and click the Next button. After that, you'll see 2 options, Upgrade and Custom. Since we're doing a fresh installation, click on Custom. Here, I have only one drive, so I'll leave it selected as is and click Next. If you have multiple drives, select the drive where you want to install Windows, then click Next. Now, the file copying process will begin. Just be patient and wait for the files to finish copying. Some parts of the video have been sped up to make the video faster and easier to follow. Here, I've increased the speed by about 10 to 15 times so you can see the file copying process inside the system quickly. Now we need to select the country or region. Since I'm in Bangladesh, I'll go ahead and select Bangladesh. Next, we need to set up the keyboard layout. We'll usually use the US keyboard, so there's no need to change anything, just click Yes. It will ask if you want to install a second keyboard layout. In my case, I'm skipping this option. But if you want, you can choose to install another keyboard layout as well. Since the internet connection is connected, sometimes you'll see the checking for updates screen. Here, you just need to wait for a few moments. If you want to skip this waiting time, that's why I mentioned earlier to use the Not Connected option, meaning no internet connection during setup. Now it's asking you to name your device. I'm going to click Skip for now and complete this step later using a different method. Now it will ask how you want to set up this system. The first option is personal use, and the second is work or school. In my case, I'll go with the personal method, so I select personal and click Next. Now it will ask you to sign in with a Microsoft account. Since I don't have a Microsoft account and there's no option to skip or use an alternative, I need to create an account here. Let's go ahead and try creating a new account. To create a new account, click on Get a new email address. Next, choose a domain like Outlook or Hotmail, then enter a name and proceed to the next step. After that, you'll be asked to create a password. You can make one of your choice. Then, enter your first and last name, date of birth, and country. Finally, you'll need to provide an alternate email address. After entering the email address, it may take a few moments to process. Normally, your account should be created, but in my case, the account failed to create, and you can see the error message on the screen right now. If your email address fails to create, no worries, it's completely fine. In this case, Windows gives you the option to set up a local account instead. So I'm going to create a local account now, and I'll use this local account to access and use Windows. Now you'll need to set up 3 security questions. These questions are important because if you ever forget your password, you can recover your account using these answers. For security reasons, I'm skipping this part in the video. But in your case, make sure to choose 3 security questions and enter the answers properly. Here, Windows will show you some privacy settings, and you'll need to accept them to continue. After that, it will check for updates once again. If any updates are available, Windows will download and install them automatically. In my case, updates were found, so they were downloaded and installed. Finally, you'll need to wait a few more minutes, and once everything is done, your Windows installation will be successfully completed. Now you can see that our Windows 11 installation has completed successfully and it's running perfectly. Next, we're going to change the resolution so the desktop looks even better and more visually comfortable. So let's go ahead and adjust the display resolution for our Windows system. We're going to turn on Remote Desktop so that we can access this system using the Windows Remote Desktop protocol and use it just like a normal PC. First, go to the Windows search bar and search for Remote Desktop. Once you find the option, simply turn it on. After enabling it, we need to locate this PC on the network. Since we're using a dynamic IP, we'll have to identify the current IP address assigned to this virtual machine. Now that we have the IP address, we'll use it to access this virtual machine from our main computer through the Windows Remote Desktop app. We'll enter the IP address, along with the username and password, and try to log in. So let's go ahead and see how it works. Now you can see that we've successfully connected to our Windows system through Remote Desktop, and everything is working perfectly. All the options are responding smoothly, and it honestly doesn't even feel like a virtual machine. It works just like a regular computer. This way, you can easily set up a virtual computer inside your Synology system and access it from anywhere in the world. Now, let me give you a quick idea of how that works. And if you want, you can also share this virtual computer with someone else so they can use it too. I'll show you that whole process next. Now we'll go to the Synology Virtual Machine Control Panel, and I'll show you how to share this virtual computer with your family members or colleagues. I'll also explain how to secure it with a password to keep it protected. Inside Virtual Machine Manager, right-click on the system you want to share. Scroll down and you'll see the option Create Share Link. Click on it. At the top, you'll notice Validity Period. Here, you can set how long the system can be accessed. If you don't set a limit, the system can be used indefinitely. Next to it, you'll see a QR code. If you want, you can share this QR code as well to give others quick access to the virtual machine. Here you can see the share link. This is how you can share your virtual machine or access it from another location yourself. There's also a password option. If you set a password here, anyone trying to open this virtual machine will need to enter the password first. So let's check how it works. So now you can see that we're trying to access the virtual machine through the link in a browser. At the top, you'll see an OK button. Click on it. After that, the system will open in the browser, which may take a few seconds or a short moment. Now you can see that the Windows system we shared via password-protected link can be accessed using the password. It works perfectly, and you can use it from any remote location. If you found this video helpful and think it could be useful for you, don't forget to support us by subscribing to our channel.